Welcome back. Today we're going to be making keychains and with an Easter theme, and I'm going to be using these little buttons, and let me grab my tweezer here. Hope you can see that loop on the back. Yeah, and I've seen these at almost every fabric store that I've ever been to in the button section. Hobby Lobby has these in the button section, but the cutest ones are over in the scrapbooking section, and I guess they think people use them in their scrapbooking. I don't. They come in all kinds of holiday themes. Here's some Christmas ones. These are the St. Patrick's Day ones that I had. Here's some other little eggs. I have bought these on Amazon, and these autism awareness pieces are from Amazon, and so this is an example here, and you can just make these into little keychains. I also use these same buttons to make bracelets for my grandkids, and I have a whole collection of those. So I'm going to show you how to do the Easter, but it's the same procedure for anything, and you can use any bead you want. Because these are for kids, I'm using some plastic beads. I've got some little tiny ones here, and you're going to need some kind of string material. I like to use S-Lon, and it is the Tex 210 medium weight. And again, I got this at Hobby Lobby. This was a couple years ago, so the price may have changed. And this is in the jewelry section, kind of over by where the metal stamping stuff is. So, and it comes in different colors. So let me show you what a spool of it looks like. It looks like this. It comes on these little spools, and mine were kind of all purples. So I'll show you my colors. So these are the colors that I got, and so then I did find the white. I think you can buy this on Amazon as well. I haven't. I just bought it at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so these keychains, you're going to need some jump rings, and I've got some big ones here. I think these are 9mm jump rings. Just look for something that's large, and they come, like, I've seen them at 6, 7, 9, 12, and on here you can see I used 2 different sizes because these were really big, but I thought that'd be nice for the top. So you can do whatever you want. You're going to put bead on this string, tie a knot. I've been fraying the end of mine just for fun. So here's one that's almost done. Okay, so you just put the jump rings through the loop on the button, string on your beads, and then I'm going to teach you a new little knot. Well, it's a knot, but it's a new way of doing them. And you're going to need some tweezers, and I like to use my really tiny fine tipped tweezers for this. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to twist that around. Oh, you know what? Let me get up closer. There you go. Okay. Actually, I lied. Put your tweezer at the end of the beads and pull tight. Okay, so you got a nice tight strand there. And then you're going to push this around. I feel like sometimes I need 3 hands. So if you feel like you need 3 hands, you're in good company. You're doing it right. And one thing that you could do is you could cut this string longer. You could cut it at 12. I cut this at 10. So you could cut it at 12 or 14. You'll waste more, but it'll be a little easier to work with. Okay, so let's see. Oh, and I should have used a different color. That's kind of blending in. But I've wrapped that around. Okay, and I'm going to pull those two ends through my knot, and my tweezers are inside that knot. Okay, and then that pulls that knot right to the end of that string. Then I'm going to pull my tweezers out, and I'm going to kind of use my thumbnail to kind of tighten that up, see if I can cinch that up just a little bit further. Okay, and I'll do that again with a darker thread here in a second, and I'll show it again. Okay, so that's your basic. Then you're going to just take a key ring. Actually, that one's kind of tarnished. So I'm going to take this one. This one's less tarnished. And I bought the pliers. Where'd they go? I just had them out. Here we go. Nope, that's not the pliers. There they are. So I bought these pliers years ago, and these are for opening split key rings, and these are just in the jewelry section. I don't know, probably got them at Hobby Lobby, could have gotten them at Joann's or Michael's, one of those places. Okay, so I've got my key ring open, and I'm just going to slip that jump ring into that opening, pull out my pliers, and then twist that around. If you want to use your fingernails and open that key ring, that is fine too. I just don't like to do it like that. Okay, and there you are. So now all we have to do is fray this end, and I like to fray mine about 1.5 inches. So you can't see me off camera, but I am measuring this at 1.5 inches. Ugh, and I need some new scissors. Wow, that's terrible. Okay, so that really frayed bad. I'm just going to cut that off a little bit more. Okay, and then to fray it, you just really untwist the strands of this string. And again, you kind of grab it. I grab it with my tweezers. And it kind of starts to come undone. And then I grab one, there's 3 strands in this, so I grab one with my left hand and one with my tweezers on the right, and then the one in the center is just there, and you just pull it, and it kind of starts to untwist. Okay, there it is. Gosh. You see that? It's starting to fray. So now I'm just going to do the other side. You could probably just do it this way the whole way down, but I'm impatient. Okay, so now I can easily see where those 3 strands are. So I'm going to grab one with the tweezers, one on the left, and pull it down. And there you go. Now it's a little bit frayed. It's not super frayed, but like I said, it's for kids. Okay, and there's my first little keychain. Okay, because that was so hard to see, I am going to do it again, and I'll do it with some dark string. I'll do this really dark purple, and I'll do it a little longer so you can see. Okay, I'll cut this one at 12 inches. That'll make it just a little bit longer. Okay, yeah, that shows up really nice. Okay, so we're going to find the 2 ends, and we're going to meet them up, maybe. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to end up with a loop on this end, and we're going to take that loop and put it through the jump ring. And then we're going to fold that loop over. Can you see that? We're going to fold that loop over. And I'm putting my tweezers under there and pulling that through. And then we're just going to pull that tight. Okay? And that's how you get the string onto the jump ring. All right? All right. Let's make this loop. Get my ends through. Okay. I don't know if you can see what I've got here. There. Okay, so I'm going through the loop, right? The loop's back here, going to the end of my beads. Okay, and making that tight, and then that loop cinches down around the tweezers. Okay, then I pull the tweezers out, kind of force that knot up as far as I can. Oh gosh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just kind of pushing that. Now you can see I have a lot more wasted thread on this one than I did on the first one, the white one I did, but it was easier to make the loop, so there's a trade-off there. All right, so let's put this on now. I'm gonna get my pliers. These jump rings are pretty easy to open, so I'm just gonna kind of open it with my nail. Okay, I'm gonna slip that in there and grab my other set of pliers. Grab those two ends, twist them back together, and then I'm rubbing those, pushing together and twisting and making sure that the two ends are rubbing together. If you haven't seen this done before, I have some older videos. I'll put links in the description to how to do jump rings. Okay, so there's the basic keychain. We're going to need another one, another jump ring. Okay, I'm going to close this. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to put it on this same key ring because this one's not tarnished like that other one. Okay, so I'll show you again. I'll do it this time without using the pliers. So just like any old key ring, right? You're just going to open that key, or you're just going to open up that split part. Okay, see, for me, it's hard to get these to open. And then I slip that ring in, slip it around, and there you go. Okay, now we got to fray this end. So I'm going to cut this off. Let's see, I want about 1.5 inches. Just marked it with my fingernail. Okay, trim off those ends. Okay, and then we're going to fray this in exactly the same way. I'm just going to pull on those till they start to come apart. This purple stays tighter than that white did. Okay, I only got a hold of one, but that's okay. Well, there's one. I've got 2 left. There we go. Okay. And normally I wouldn't probably use this dark of a string, but I wanted you to be able to see this demonstration, so I used this dark string. It doesn't look bad, it just probably isn't what I would do. Okay, so now I'm just going to fray this other one. There's lots of ways to fray things. You can get a pin or a push pin or a straight pin and do this same thing. Kind of surprised at how hard this purple is to get undone. There we go, got one. And they're just twisted together, so I'm just letting that untwist. There we go. See, in the end, I always win. Okay. There it is. There's our keychain.